cardiovascular diseases like heart attack and stroke are the #1 killer, not only in this country, but worldwide. In the US, 1 in 3 deaths is caused by cardiovascular disease. Over the past several decades, we've gotten better at treating cardiovascular disease, but by the time of diagnosis and treatment, most of the damage to the cardiovascular system is done. In response, scientists have started to flip the focus from disease to cardiovascular health and health factors, things that promote a long life free of disease. For adults, this means having ideal levels of the top 7 risk factors for death: diet, exercise, smoking, weight, blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. It turns out adults with ideal cardiovascular health, or CVH, live longer, healthier lives, free of not only cardiovascular disease, but also cancer and other diseases. This is really exciting. It's basically the holy grail. If everyone had ideal CVH, we really would stop cardiovascular disease. But there's bad news. Ideal CVH is extremely rare. Even if we just look at high CVH, having mostly ideal factors, this is what we see. The percentage of Americans with high CVH declines relentlessly with age. What's even more striking, already by adolescence, the youngest age it's been studied, less than half of children have high CVH. As a pediatric cardiologist, I know the only way to achieve ideal CVH for all is to start earlier in life. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you about how my research is taking a 2-step approach to that holy grail. First, I'm working to prevent the decline in CVH across childhood. And second, I'm going back even earlier to make sure every child starts with 100% ideal CVH. Let's talk about my step 1, preserving high CVH in children. As we all know, childhood is a time of rapid development, including development of our metabolic controls. Things like the balance between burning energy and storing fat. These metabolic controls underlie many of the CVH factors, like weight, cholesterol, and blood sugar. So it may be that in order to preserve high CVH, we need to target those underlying metabolic controls. I'm working on this with a study called KidFit, the Keeping Ideal CVH Family Intervention Trial. In KidFit, we're recruiting 150 preschoolers and their families and assigning half of them to a healthy diet intervention. Instead of the typical American diet full of processed foods, they'll eat a balanced diet of whole foods, like fruits and vegetables, nuts and beans, and lean meats. We expect that this will help the kids maintain high CVH. But I'm also taking it one step further to get at those underlying metabolic controls. In order to do this, I'm collecting the kids' poop. Poop may seem like waste, but it will let me study the kids' microbiomes as a possible metabolic control. The microbiome is the collection of trillions of microbes, like bacteria, that live in and on our bodies. Here, the economist says microbes maketh man, and that's not far from the truth. They actually outnumber the human cells in our bodies 10 to 1. And while you may think bacteria are the enemy, most of our bacteria are actually good for us. The biggest and most diverse community of microbes is found in our gut, and they have 3 important properties. First, our gut microbes eat what we eat, and our diets help shape our personal microbiomes. Just as different trees grow best in different environments, different bacteria thrive on different diets. Second, our microbiomes get set up during childhood. Fetuses are essentially sterile, but by adolescence, the microbiome is mature. And third, we have evidence that gut bacteria help regulate metabolism. You can take gut microbes from an obese mouse, put them in a lean, germ-free mouse, and that lean mouse becomes obese. So you can imagine how childhood diet might either promote a good microbiome, optimal metabolic controls, and high CVH, or a bad microbiome, faulty metabolic controls, and loss of CVH. This is what my study is trying to figure out. I hope that someday we might be able to test kids' poop, see what's in their microbiome, and then feed the good bacteria and starve the bad bacteria to preserve high CVH. But even if we can halt the loss of CVH in childhood, we've got more work to do. The reality is, not all babies start life with ideal CVH. So my step 2 for stopping cardiovascular disease is to go back to fetal life, to make sure every child starts with 100% ideal CVH. During pregnancy, nutrients and other substances from the mother can start to program the fetus's metabolic controls. For example, if a mom is obese during pregnancy, then her baby has altered metabolism in childhood and a higher risk of cardiovascular disease later in life. So that baby didn't truly start life with ideal CVH. If the goal is ideal CVH for all babies, then we need to know, what's an optimal in utero environment that allows a baby to have ideal CVH? I have a simple but exciting idea that I'm currently testing. Maybe if the mom has ideal CVH in pregnancy, then her baby will have ideal CVH at birth. No one's actually measured CVH in pregnant women because it's complicated. For example, weight is one CVH factor that clearly needs to be defined differently during pregnancy, but I'm working on it. I'm studying a group of 1,000 mothers and their children who've been followed for about 10 years. I'm using their information and stored blood samples to measure the mom's CVH factors during pregnancy and see how those relate to the baby's metabolic controls and CVH. If I find that moms with ideal CVH in pregnancy have babies with ideal CVH at birth, then we can start to actively measure and promote CVH in all pregnancies to help all babies start with ideal CVH. So with my step 2 done, here's what the life course of CVH could look like. If we start at the beginning and push this line up from conception through adolescence, we can deliver kids to adulthood with ideal CVH, and we can stop the world's #1